Over this past year, creators like Westjett, Steven Lin, and Ludwig have all called me this cringe, big ego Valorant streamer who makes Harvard his entire personality. Well, they're not really wrong, but they're also not entirely right. And as time has passed on, I've changed. So today, we're going to be reacting to all of their videos about me to figure out why the Valorant community hates me. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, this is the video that started it all. This is Westjett's King of Cringe.
Boink face, bro. It's gonna TikTok you.
Oh yeah, that shit ain't all that.
Bro made a Sigma edit out of himself. I can't.
It's gonna be a rough video.
Today, I'm gonna be telling you guys why Willius is indeed—
Oh my god. Was this what it looked like 2 years ago? No wonder people called me pepperoni pizza face. Look at this. My skin's clear now.
This dude is smart as shit for getting into Harvard. At this point, he's using Harvard for everything, and even the comments are dissonant. At this point, he should just add Harvard to the channel name.
Oh my god. Harvard, 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 Harvard. When I say the word Harvard now, like if someone comes to my chat and says, "Oh, Willius, you haven't mentioned Harvard in 5 minutes. What's wrong with you?" I cringe too. Like, no wonder people would think it's like my entire personality, because my past videos, they were literally Harvard level this, Harvard level that. And looking back at it, that shit was weird.
It's like, I personally do not give a shit what school someone goes to, especially online. If somebody keeps bragging or talking about their school and accomplishments, I think that's personally really cringe.
Okay, this would be a good chance for me to explain myself. First of all, before I say anything, so when people think of me in general, they either say, "Oh, he's the guy who goes to Harvard," or they'll say, "Oh, he's the guy who can't stop fucking talking about Harvard." And I realized that I've been shoving it down people's fucking throats, man. I am sorry. When it first started, Harvard was a thing that I used to make myself unique. And it did. Eventually, Valorant players and gamers would come into chat and be like, "Hey, Willius, how do I balance gaming, life?" And I was able to use this Harvard title as a way to offer advice. And then Harvard
grew into my ego.
Eventually, some people stopped coming to my streams because that whole toxic Harvard personality got so hostile. Talk about flex and yell over Harvard. Jesus Christ, you wish you were here. And it wasn't really who I wanted to be. Obviously, it took me a year to make this video. Before you guys say,
I finally realized how much of a dickhead it is. How did it take you so long?
Rome wasn't built in a day. I thought I was always right because, first of all, I was academically superior, and this whole Harvard personality thing just became utterly unbearable.
Personally, I feel like Willius was once a relatable guy who was calling out the absurdity and cringe of the Valorant community, and now he's sort of like becoming a part of it.
Did mentioning Harvard in a video help me get more views? Yes, it did. But did it also slowly batter down my reputation as a person? Of course it did, right? And that negative effect eventually grew.
You've become the villain that you swore to destroy when you first started creating content.
When this came out, I watched it and I was like, damn, it's Westjett trying to troll me and try to fucking send his haters my way. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm gonna keep having my big ego. And in this next video, we'll see how I react to Steven Lin. Quick little story before we get into the Steven Lin shit. Steven Lin made a video called Valorant Players All NPCs, and he kind of reacted to my content about the whole Sigma thing, as well as the, you know, comparing me to looking like a chess player. And I reacted to it and was like,
I hate how this guy's making fun of me.
and this happens. Opinion on Steven Lin. Bro, this is the 15th person who's that. I don't know who that is. Why were you like this?
For some reason, he just had to make it clear that he didn't know who I was, bro.
I treated Steven Lin's videos the same way I treated Westjett's videos. Absorb it with my big ego and just like try to brush it off. I've realized, and now that I'm watching these videos, it makes me cringe.
This guy is like has a huge ego, right? Which I don't care if your ego is big, but it's only funny if you're like Obama or like SUC. I am Willis. Do not speak to me.
On my cat's life, I do not speak like this. I was so aggressive and hostile towards any type of thing coming towards me, I just had to fucking fight back. What's wrong with your mental? Because all you guys always fucking say, always have a good mental. Always have a good mental. No! Watching my old TikToks back and shit. It's like that one Walter White thing where he's sitting in the car and he's like, Jesse, what are you doing? But instead it's, Willius, what the fuck are you doing? And not long after, I was invited to a Ludwig event. The event was really fun. And then Ludwig made this YouTube short about me.
Graduate made fun of me because I went to a worse college.
First of all, I respect Ludwig. I genuinely do not recall me like making fun of him for going to ASU because I go to Harvard or something like that. People everywhere were saying, "Oh, Willius, why'd you make fun of Ludwig for going to a worse college?" Absolutely demolished what little reputation I had left.
so I decided to embarrass him in front of thousands of people. Sure, he might be smarter than me, and yeah, ASU's not the best school, but they teach you something there that you'll never learn at Harvard. How to talk shit.
When this video came out, just added fuel to the fire. Even then, people still believe to this day that I think I laughed at Ludwig. I do remember though, at the event, I beat one of his teammates. I said, you don't need to go to Harvard to hit that shot. This next creator, his name is Peep is awesome.
Today we're talking about the Harvard Sigma Male Valorant X EPAL sponsored Willius. Oh, Peep, how do you know all of his YouTube shorts, man? It kind of sounds like you're obsessed with him. And to be fair with you, yeah, I kind of am. I'm like,
I have a feeling that Peep just really doesn't like me. That's okay.
pure hatred for Willius.
Okay. After I received all these videos by Westjett, Steven Lin, Peep is awesome, and many other creators, I realized that I needed to make an apology video. And in my big ego, big head Harvard fashion, I decided to make one. Recently, some creators have been criticizing me for making Harvard my entire personality. And I'm sorry for absolutely nothing.
Ain't this an apology, Willius?
To clarify, when I made this tweet, I did start it off with I think many people with an apology, but at the end I said, oh, if you had an advantage like Harvard, you would use it too. The same way I structured this YouTube short apology, winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners.
Why are you focusing on us then if you're such a winner? Why are you focusing on the losers and putting yourself down in our dump?
I spent all my stats on intelligence and being book smart and never really decided to take a step back and realize what kind of shitty person I was becoming. Steven Lin also has a reaction to this, I believe.
Couple points here, daily rent.
Okay, what the fuck? All in all, after watching my own apology video and then realizing what kind of person I had become, that was possibly one of the worst apology videos. What I find really, really interesting now is that there's basically like a Willius character arc. There's me when I first started streaming, 2, 3. There's me when I first kind of blew up, kind of used this Harvard thing to my advantage.
You're actually throwing your chances into getting to college, man.
And then me became this really unbearable, dislikable person.
Piece of fucking shit!
And then me now, a year later, you know, watching these videos and cringing at my own past self, a new person.
Oh my god!
On top of this shitty apology, I just wanted to highlight, I guess, what was going on inside my head during all of this. I'm sure you guys know of Thorfinn. He's a character from Vinland Saga, famously known for having no enemies. When I made this apology video, I viewed every single fucking person as my enemy. And before making the apology video, a part of me was thinking, okay, I should be like Thorfinn. Maybe these criticisms I should take in and improve myself. And the other side of me, that big ego, was like, you know what? Look, there's also comments saying, Willius, you should be proud of going to Harvard. You should flex to all the fuck you want, not give a shit about the haters. And that egotistical side of me eventually won. And I wanted to stand on business, but I stood on the wrong fucking side, as I can see today. To be honest with you guys, watching myself from a year ago makes me feel quite embarrassed. Right now, obviously committed to being a better person, doing better things, making better content, and not really just for the sake of viewers, but it's the right thing to do. And I don't want to get all cliche or cheesy before someone says, oh, you're just trying to say like corporate PR shit. I deadass recognize myself as a super narcissistic, arrogant, self-sabotaging, Harvard, hate this word now, even as I'm saying it. Not that I dislike myself going to the school. I dislike the identity that I had once created for myself, thinking it was something else. And growing and maturing as a person has been a huge part of my life.
The old criticisms I made of Willius don't really apply anymore in my opinion. He's no longer the king of cringe and his ego seems to have toned down by quite a lot.
I don't know. I think it's been really difficult at the end of the day for me to make this video because obviously if you were in my shoes, watching videos shitting on yourself is never easy, and it takes a certain level of acceptance for that. I'm also grateful for all my close friends, my internet friends, as well as those who made criticism for finally opening my eyes. If you've reached this point of the video, I just want to say I really appreciate it. There's always going to be people who dislike me and just really hate me for who I am and not willing to adopt this new viewpoint, but there's always going to be people who can see that I've changed. I just wanted to return to like who I was as a creator originally before my big Minecraft head got in the way. Take this video as an apology video, take this video as a new chapter of Willius, as a new way to look at me if you want to, but I just hope that this leaves room for the Willius legacy to grow As we reach the end of this video, as I'm entering my sophomore year and such, I'll still be streaming and content creating while attending school, but I'll be streaming every single night at twitch.tv/Willius, and we'll be uploading a lot more long form content. Is Willius one of the most hated figures in the Valorant community? 1 year ago, absolutely. Today, I hope I can change your mind. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.